Well, it's springtime in Nebraska. It was another exciting weekend full of all kinds of extreme weather, from snow to the west to straight line winds and tornadoes in the east. And what we want to talk about for a brief period today is staying safe around your trees and what you can do or should do as a homeowner for tree maintenance cleanup following a storm. And most of these are tips and tricks to keep you safe while preventing damage from your trees for the future. Step number one, your safety is the most important thing. Don't go out right after the storm and start to work on your trees. Make sure there's no energized conductors around or electrical lines that might be on the ground or touching your trees. There might be overhanging branches or large stems that you can't tell are partially broken that might be overhanging you. So stay away from areas like that. What you want to focus on is the small trees that you can work on from the ground and stay off of those ladders and climbing up into trees to work on them. We want you to work with certified and qualified arborists, either through the Nebraska Arborists Association or the International Society of Arboriculture, to do work on those trees. And you can look any of those folks up by going to their website and typing in your zip code and finding where the nearest certified arborist is in a location near you. Another thing to keep in mind is, and we've seen this time after time following storms, this won't be our first storm and this won't be our last, is people have a tendency to run out there and want to clean things up right away. And we want you to be careful, we want you to be safe, and I've already mentioned that, but those trees, especially trees that are broken in half, split in half, are under tremendous stress and strain. And you go to cutting on them with a chainsaw and you don't realize that they're gonna pitch and flip and maybe swing around and hit you. We don't want that to happen. And if you see some trees that seem to be damaged where it's a third to more of the canopy that's been damaged, maybe it's time to look at that tree for a complete tree replacement. And obviously, if the whole tree's blown down, that's what you're looking at. We're far enough into the spring that you don't need to rush out there and try and clean it up and get something planted right away. We'd recommend that you wait until the fall right now. Gives you plenty of time to clean up your area or your landscape, and you'll have probably and hopefully better planting conditions, better moisture and soil conditions going into the fall. Keep your feet on the ground, focus on those smaller trees that have smaller broken limbs that you can properly prune from the ground, and where you need help above and beyond that, contact an arborist or nurseryman and get some further advice.